I know you're there. And I know what you're thinking. What are we going to talk about today? What should I think about today? Let me go through very, very simple. What you should be thinking about today is very simple. Simply this. What is happening right now? And how do you fit in what is happening? The first thing I'm going to tell you, yet again, because I care about you and I know how you are wasting your time with much of the crap you're listening to. I know this bothers you. I know you don't want to think this, but I swear to you, if I happen to be during a holiday version, I happen to be someplace in which Fox News was on in the background. Okay. So help me God. It was the most I've ever watched a continuous series of this show from the beginning, because I gave them up on that years ago. It's a kind of a Disney World for conservatives. It is worse than anything I could ever even remotely imagine. Okay. It is so base, and it makes me realize you need a crash course. You need a boot camp. You've got to start. We've got to take you to a kind of a Paris Island, a version of what needs to be done. And maybe you've never had this before. Maybe the way you've been raised and you don't know, and you're talking to friends and you're always talking to the same people and you're on the same social media platforms and you're retweeting this one and this one's sending you a video, and these videos, you keep loving these videos. Oh, I got to send you this video. What are you watching these videos for? What does it, how does this propel you? Well, it doesn't propel me into doing anything. I just wanted to know if you have the latest on mRNA. Well, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. Are you taking any more vaccines? No. Well, what are you doing? What do you want? Where is your, tell me what your worldview is. What is it? What's happening? What do you as a citizen plan to do? And I'm going to tell you this. If everybody listening now and throughout history, if everybody listening could possibly just have one social media account, specifically, and so far, the biggie, I'm sorry to say this, you may not like this, is Twitter. It's fraught. It's fraught with delusion. It's fraught with a lot of stuff. But if everybody did something and created vectors of information and not merely repeated what everybody else says, but maybe here's a story and here's my take, you could create a tsunami of information. But most people do not do this. Most people are not original thinkers. Most people are not at all individuals who are themselves not, well, your politics tends to be more passive. That's exactly what you're doing. Your politics is passive. And I need for you to change your mind about that. How are you going to change yourself? What are you going to do as America braces itself for 2023? Now, before we begin, I want to talk to you about some very serious stuff. I am a philosopher king, as you know this. This is what I do. I'm out spreading the word of truth. And what I want to do more than anything else, you may laugh at this, is I want to reteach people how to think. I'm not interested in just saying and repeating the same old story. I want people to think. And on January the 14th, I'm telling you this right now, on January the 14th, I, yours truly, will be with you. I trust, I hope, I beseech, entreat, importune, ask, and invite you to join me on the 14th of January in New York City. And it could be, put it this way, you will never be in a room of people with more like-minded folks at one sitting ever. You will never be able, you'll never, there are people who do not, how do I say this? There are people who very rarely incorporate what we think into an entertainment platform. Listen, with all due respect, I love Lee Greenwood, but if I hear this proud to be an American crap one more time, I'm gonna soil myself. I'm gonna need some kind of an undergarment or something, because I'm losing my mind with this cornpone, hokey, hokum, hee-haw, yee-haw, let's be an American. I'm just so tired of phony, pretend people. I'm tired of people who are pretend. I want thinkers. So January the 14th, there we are, tickets available right here. Here is the link, and the link is also right here. Understand something? The link is right here in the comments section. I want real people. And you know what else I did? I did three things right now, which is very interesting. I think this is very interesting. Extremely interesting. And I did something on my private channel, and I'm just going to read to you. I'm going to read to you these. Well, let me just give you an idea of what's going on. You're going to love these things. These are some of the stuff that was published. This morning that came out at 5 a.m. was, social media aren't permeated with spooks. Social media are spooks. Social media are agencies of intel superstructures, and anyone with a working synapse knows this is the fact. Nobody talks to you like that. How about this one? Hollyweird the putrid, the snake pit and sewer of choreographed debauchery, now feels a complete and total shapeshift spiral into the black hole and abyss of cultural inconsequence, and it's about time. And why? Because yesterday I went through a whole deal about how the social structures of Hollywood are crumbling. So that's good news. Yesterday, this is for the private channel. This year, make it a point to ignore everything that is of no consequence and research everything under the sun. May your curiosity be insatiable. Oh, dear God, say it again. Say it loud. Later on today, the following. At 11 o'clock, this drops. The Essentials of Philosophical Life in 2023. Lionel's Absolute Rules of a Somewhat Rational and Self-Actualized Existence. Philosopher King. I get to speak to you, the adult. Later on in the afternoon, you'll get this one. You don't still believe we're on the eve of destruction. The destruction of the protest song. And following that, the extinction of the American woman / solidus, / girl. So that is that. And that's what I thoroughly enjoy. And I swear to you, and please don't take this the wrong way. Don't think I'm being in any way braggadocious. But Tucker Carlson couldn't handle this on his best day. And the reason why is because I don't have graphics I'm pointing to. So that's that. Let me ask you a question. Who remembers the song Eve of Destruction? Who remembers that song? Barry Maguire. Tell me over and over and over again, my friend. We're on the eve of this. We're on the eve of destruction. The Eastern world is at this point. 1964, this song was written. Do you know who wrote it? Not Barry Maguire. P.F. Sloan, who later formed the Grassroots. P.F. Sloan. Dick Long, everybody. Thank you, Dick. P.F. Sloan. Remember the song Everybody's Talking? Who wrote that? Nelson? No, Fred Neil. Who wrote I Write the Songs? Barry Manilow? No, Bruce Johnson. There's always these wonderful things. Where are the songs? Where are the protest songs? We don't protest. We tweet. Listen to this. I was picking some people up from the airport the other day. In the Yugo, it's a stretch. And had on Eve of Destruction. I said, well, that's not very Christmas. I said, oh, yes, it is. The Eastern world, it is exploding. Violence flaring, bullets loading. You're old enough to kill, but not for voting. You don't believe in war, but what's that gun you're toting? And even the Jordan River has bodies floating. P.F. Sloan. Barry Maguire. Where's our protest song today? Nowhere. We have memes. We have WAP. That's a good one. We're talking about WAP. We have Dave Chappelle. Where is the anger? Well, there's Fox News. That's not anger. That's choreographed simplicity. Where is the sense of protest? Where is the sense of anger? Where is it? It doesn't exist. What are you going to do? If everybody here took to a social media platform, Twitter, and started to say something loud, let me ask you something. Who's the enemy? I think we're all kind of like-minded. Who is the enemy? Is it the Democrats? Of course not. No. Enemy is defined as somebody you really don't know. The enemy is like, we know exactly what they're doing. It's not really the Democrats. It's the people who run the Democratic Party. The enemy is the GOP. The enemy is the GOP. And the enemy is this confused, garbled message of the alleged right. What is the alleged right? What is the right? How does that work? How does that even remotely work? Tell me. Would you tell me how that works? How does that... Who are these people? Who are these people and what do they stand for? I don't know. I don't know. I was watching this Fox News and thinking, dear God, what is this? If you think Jesse Waters is somehow, oh my God, is this your Noam Chomsky or your Bill Buckley or your Vidal or who? What is this? What child? Who hired this buffoon? Why is this? Why? What is happening? Where is the message? This isn't Ronald Reagan. Where is it? Ball of confusion. That's what the world is today. Fear in the air, tension everywhere. Unemployment's rising fast. The Beatles' new records of gas. And the only safe place to live is on an Indian reservation. And the band played on. Fear and destruction, tax deduction, city inspectors, bill collectors, mod clothes in demand, population out of hand, suicide, too many pills, hippies moving to the hills, people all over the world are shouting, end the war. And the band played on. That was hip-hop. That was great. It was the music was... Let me tell you about a place I know. To get in there don't take much though. Where you can really do your thing. Oh my God. Mind expand. Love it. Echo Park. Keith Barber. Oh my God. The old man walks in Echo Park. From bench to bench he moves from morning to dark. For the ducks some bread he brings. Hopes I'll be here this time next spring. Oh my God. Oh, I was a kid listening to that. Where is our eve of destruction today? I don't know. We have Jesse Waters. Or maybe Candace Owens can come on and explain to you, because you don't know, why maybe reparations might not make sense. Because you're de starura. We didn't start the fire was actually very, very good. Good for Billy Joel in that one. These are wonderful. Oh, Phil Oakes was terrific. By the way, when the folk scene came along, and you see the evolution of Dylan, then you realize, wow, he did it differently because it was all very nice. And the brothers fight the mothers in the land of the... Oh, come on, stop it. Dylan came along and he said, well, I don't know, the hard rain's going to fall. What does that mean? Charlie Daniels, Andy Carmen, Still in Saigon is one of my favorite CDB Charlie Daniels songs. But then Charlie went crazy. That's no rag, that's my flag. Oh, please. The only one who can carry that corn pone stuff is Merle Merle Haggard. That's the only one. Okay, please like this. I'm going to like the like. And the manual, listen. Because this, of course, this is my instrument. This is what and I'm going to be doing this on January 14th. Accompanying music with, of course, manualism. Where's our protest today? I don't know. Who are the people who speak for you? Where is it? Where do you go? I don't know. I have no idea. Before I forget, let me tell you some other very important things. I was watching something last night about the grid. Oh, the grid. They were talking about the grid. Isn't that something? They were talking about the grid and what happens if the grid breaks down, and what happens with something on. We're watching Channel 2, the CBS affiliate. Don't ask me, somebody had it on. They never talked about Christmas once. Never. But they kept talking about the grid. And I'll tell you one thing they didn't talk about: EMP attacks. That's right. Here's a link right here for you. EMP attacks are real. Look at this. Just do me a favor. What happens? How do you protect your home, phone, generator, appliances, your RV, your ham radio, what? Huh? Yes. Can we protect that? Yes. EMP shield. There is the link. There is this. Everything else, deodorant. I'll get to that in a moment. Let me hear about this EMP shield. Electromagnetic, their pulse? You mean Carrington class stuff? Yep. Why aren't people talking about it? I don't know. Maybe they don't mind if you get it. So just think about that. You're in the middle of this. It's over. It's done. It's finished. It's through. It's like, what is happening? And what happens next? What do I talk about? That's right. Food. Preparewithlionel.com. Then what do you do? See, these are weird. People think that this discussion is like, well, that's so weird. I'm a lawyer by profession. Anybody talk about wills? Well, that's about dying. Well, we're all going to die. Well, what about this? This is going to happen. This is not like, well, maybe it will. No, it's going to happen. You have to be a fool, unless you're watching Jesse Waters, because you're not going to hear anything about this, because it's like La La Land. And by the way, between you and me, Fox News is so spooked over that Dominion lawsuit, and they've got some serious problems. Big time. Big time. This is as defamatory. If it all bears out to be true, could all collapse as far as I know. I don't know. Never read the complaint. But if it seems to go the way I think it's going, we got some problems in there. So where is it? Somebody talks about the Guthries and Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie. They were very, very good. Where were those? Down in the big muck or the big soggy or whatever it's called. And you want to talk about files falling. You want to talk about files. Hey, the Twitter files fell. Hey, did you know that the FBI was connected? Yes, I knew that. Didn't you know that? Didn't you know that? Not really. Where have you been? Remember Operation Mockingbird? No. How old are you? 25? You're a baby. You don't know anything. Where have you been? You really think that Barry Weiss, Matt Taibbi, do you really think these people, honest to God, are there to help you? Do you still wonder, why did they get this? And by the way, is Elon Musk going to quit? I don't think he's going to quit. He said he was going to quit. He's not going to quit. You'll believe anything. There's no critical thinking skills on your part. And I don't blame you. It's kind of who you are. It's who you are. It really is, my friends. Sorry to say it, but it's true. We need authenticity. I want you to be the best you this year. And the first thing we're going to take you to a boot camp. And we're going to tell you, turn this crap off. You are spending your time. If you're going to quote something, give me a take. Okay, let me give you an example. You know the story about MTG, Tantra sex, and she left her husband? I don't care what people's personal lives. I really don't. Okay, fine. So she wants Kevin McCarthy. Okay, whatever. What's your take? Tell me what your take is. I don't really have a take. You're just repeating stories other people did. Yeah, I guess. Don't do that anymore. Anybody still not recognize the fact that Trump is just, I'm sorry, it's just, and I'm not basing it, can you not see how things have changed drastically with the momentum of Trump? Are you looking at things independently? Yes. Do you see what's happening next with Russia and Ukraine? You see how that's creeping to a halt? And oh my God, the Newland tribe are going crazy. The military-industrial complex folks, they're going bananas. What's your take on that? What about the Donetsk? About Donetsk and Lugansk and the Donbass? Anything like that? What about the Bandera groups? What about anything? No. Are you following that one? A lot of people sick, by the way. This RSV is knocking people out, and there are people who are really, I mean, it's a very serious flu, but now people are getting upset if they're not diagnosed with COVID. How did that happen? Name brand viruses. My friends, let me just say this to you, and I want you to recognize a few things here. And before I forget, I'm going to say it right now. Our good buddy, you know him and you love him, our pal, Mike Lindell is so wild, he's now questioning whether DeSantis won his, Mike, you go ahead, buddy. You say whatever you want. It's a free country last time I checked. Make sure you go to mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. You can call 800-645-4965. You actually get Mike, who answers within a picosecond of your calling. Let me tell you something, my friends. Listen to me very, very carefully. These are the people that we respect. These are the people. We gave more. We had more. I'll tell you what this Christmas was. A lot of people said at first, and then they loved it. My Pillow sheets, My Pillow pillows, and Prepare with Lionel. Sent him kind of starter kits. We sent people. They couldn't believe it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the durability of this. I can't explain this enough. My friends, we're going to have to change the way you think. We need a boot camp. We need to deprogram you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need to be deprogrammed. Turn cable TV off. Listen to history. Listen to the fall of the Roman Empire. There are wonderful lectures from universities. Learn about art. I've been listening to documentaries on the Troubles in Ireland because I see corollaries here. Go back and review. Listen to Gore Vidal. Listen to anybody you want. Listen to the way America sounded when America could think. Turn cable TV off. Don't keep sending these stupid videos to each other back and forth and back and forth. It's okay. They're all right. But if you're going to do a video, give me a lecture. Give me something that deals with something. Listen to Mearsheimer. You can't go wrong with him. It's brilliant, but not somebody goes, hey guys, somebody wearing a wool cap who has somebody on. Did you see Joe Rogan the other day? He said, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that slave labor is responsible for that? I didn't know that. Where have you been? Hey, look, better later than never. Listen, remember something. I love you guys. I'm going to say to you guys, you know why? Because you're special and you mean well and you're ready to go. And I think that is wonderful. And what I think, more than anything else, what's so critical for you to do is to understand that this is only going to be improved and fixed if we do something collectively. That's all. Well, listen, I love yous. Have a great and a wonderful and a powerful day. We're going to talk more about the end of the year, what you're planning on doing this year. I know you're going to lose weight, and yeah. Everybody talks. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about everything. But until then, remember, you have a wonderful, wonderful, great day. Don't ever change. I mean that sincerely. And until tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Remember these fateful words, this wonderful valedictory, this denouement, so to speak. The monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Da-da.